Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Gun Couch. Here at Sally Antiques, we managed to gather pretty much every single example of an Uzi submachine gun. So, we will start step by step and have a look on all of them. So, in the far corner, we have the old-fashioned Uzi with the wooden buttstock. That's the first one that was developed. They started developing it in 1950, and it was issued a bit later. I think it was about 1953 or 56 or so. They used it in the Suez Canal crisis, and they realized that, well, they need something a bit more compact. So they went further and developed this one, which is the Uzi with a folding stock. And I'll show you in a minute how you unfold this and how we strip this down. And the further development in the 1980s got Uzi to make this, this is the mini Uzi. There's a micro Uzi, which we actually don't have because they're not so easy to find around. And finally, in 2010, they developed this, which is the Uzi Pro pistol, which is obviously a fully automatic pistol. And the surprise of the night, so to say, well, directly from the Secret Service, we have this, kids. That's a suppressed Uzi. Right, I have to show you this before anything else because this is really cool. So this is what the Cold War Uzi would have looked like, the stuff that the Israeli Secret Services and American Secret Services would have used in the field to assassinate, I don't know, the Russian spies or so on and so forth. And here we go. Quite impressive, isn't it? Well, let's have a look and see if we can field strip some of them. Some will strip more, other less, depending on the deactivation spec. And we'll see, how the insides look like and what to expect. So, the first one to start with, the 1950s Uzi. Before anything else, you can pull out the wooden buttstock. This is on a rail system, pretty much similar with the Thompson submachine gun one. You have a push button here. That comes out. You can use it without the stock if you wish. You can detach the sling if you want as well. By pushing this button, you take out the muzzle ring and you can replace it with a suppressor or all sorts of other fitting. The barrel doesn't come out, unfortunately, but that's the deactivation spec. Also, the slide moves on the top and you can take the entire assembly out like that. And this reveals the insides of the submachine gun, where you can see all the weldings and everything. This pin here, which keeps the grip assembly together, is welded on the other side, so you can't actually take the grip assembly down. And obviously, by pressing the button, you can take the magazine out. In this case, the magazine has a slot cut into it and it's hollow. And these slots are actually cut because usually the gunsmiths will put a pin through the magazine host, so you won't be able to feed rounds. In this case, as it happens, the magazine has the slot cut in it, but our Uzi doesn't have the pin inside. The trigger moves, the squeeze safety moves as well. This is it with this one. We'll actually move to the next one. The next one is the Uzi with the folding stock. The interesting thing about this one is actually that you have these yellow marks. The yellow marks are used by the Israeli army to show who's a friend and who's a foe, and usually that indicates it. Right, with this example, you can unfold the stock, which is kind of cool. This obviously doesn't have the, well, it still actually has the fitting for that can be used for the old wooden stock, but it's not the case here. Like in the previous case, you have a welding here in the pin that keeps together the pistol grip with the frame. The magazine can be removed. In this case, the slot is cut the other way around in the magazine, and the magazine actually has its guts inside, but there is a horizontal pin in the magazine host. You can move the slide. It's quite on a very, very strong spring. And also you can remove the muzzle ring, which again will allow you to fit all sorts of other things. The barrel is fixed, so you can't move the barrel from there, but you can again take out the top. There you go. And there's a bit more inside it than it was on the other one. Yeah, there's actually a metal bit that's left here. Yeah, this is obviously the top, which used to contain the insides, and this is still here. This still slides, hence the really powerful spring. And yeah, you can see the guiding rod there and how the barrel was cut. So in this respect, the deactivation is a bit nicer. In this case, it has more elements left in it, and you can see more of the original action. The trigger moves as well, and that's pretty much it. The safety, oh, you know, the safety moves as well. This, yeah, it's a bit stiff, but it doesn't move. And the grip safety also pushes quite nicely. So that's it with the folding stock Uzi. Let's go to the mini Uzi. My favorite now, this is the mini Uzi. The mini Uzi obviously is way more compact. It has a nice folding stock, which you have to actually push and pull, and that will give you a very nice position to shoot. The slide moves up and down, and the magazine can be removed. The magazine has a slot cut in it horizontally, which is quite nice, and it still has the insides with all the spring and everything, so you can actually put rounds in it. But you can't feed the rounds through the submachine gun because there's a horizontal pin there in the way. What you can do with this, you can't actually take the ring out. I don't know why they did it this way, but obviously in this case you can't. But you can take the top slide out like this, so you can see, and you can see the internals, which is quite nice. We have a guiding rod here, and the whole block goes up and down, so this is quite nice. It's quite strong. It gives you the real kind of feel of how loading this will be. Like in the other cases, you will not be able to take out the pistol grip because there's a welding here which holds this pin captive. But I suppose it's still something, and the fact that you have a moving trigger and a squeeze safety the squeeze safety working, I think is a bonus. Also, I think, yeah, this moves is a bit stiff in this example, but yeah, here you go. It goes in all three positions. So that's it with this one. We have to go now to the little brother and see what it can do. And now the little brother, because the Uzi pistol is such a modern piece of kit, it is deactivated in a completely different manner. You can still remove the magazine. You have the same slot and the same pin here, which will not allow you to feed rounds, but there's less you can do with it. So you can't obviously take the ring out. This will move, and the whole block assembly will move, which is still nice. Trigger works, the squeeze safety works, and the automatic and semi-automatic, well, actually no, it's the fire and safety works as well, but you can't remove the top. Whilst the button can be pushed, there's actually a welded pin in the way that doesn't allow you to take the top out. This is the new spec deactivation. There's not a lot we can do about it, but yeah, this is it with the little brother. And now it's time to go to the probably the most impressive Uzi they made, and that's it. Yeah, and that's Catherine is laughing over me, and that's the suppressed Uzi. So come on, let's go and give it a go. And back to the Cold War. So if you were American Secret Service or Mossad or whatever, and you decide to shoot your enemies without making a lot of noise, well, you used one of these. And the simple way, as you've seen at the beginning, to put one of these on is by taking the muzzle ring out and screwing the suppressor in. Like in the other cases, the barrel doesn't move. By the way, some of these Uzis were issued with the longer barrel as well. If you find it, just a spare is kind of cool. That's how the suppressor looks like. And you literally screw it in. And when you hear that, that means it's on. Also, you can unfold the stock, and then you have a full-size suppressed submachine gun with a lot of stability. Is quite something. Like in the other cases, you can pull the magazine out. This has no slots cut into it because this is a deactivation that done pre-EU. You have a moving trigger, moving squeeze safety, and the fire safe for automatic. I think it moves. No, it doesn't actually in this case. Well, too bad. And you have, I forgot to tell you actually that in all the other cases you have this flipping side, which will obviously give you different ranges. And the slide moves. You can take, like in the other cases, you can take this off and you will see the insides. And in this case, we don't have a lot left, just a section of the barrel, and pretty much everything else is gone. And this is, the plate is welded in place as well. But this is interesting for what it is the fact that it comes in a suitcase. It has very nice marks and stamps, and it comes with the suppressor, makes it quite an impressive piece of kit. So if you like this, please click the like button, share this to your friends, and subscribe to our channel and watch all the other videos, and search for these items on the sallyantiques.co.uk. Till the next time, goodbye.